Hello and welcome to another edition of GPLXpress here on TV3. Today we come to you live from the Accra Sports Stadium where BBN Gold Stars are guests to Accra Lions in the final game of the first round of the 2022-2023 Ghana Premier League season. This weekend gave us exciting matches to watch as we climax the first round of Ghana's elite game. Well, there's going to be a lot in the next 30 minutes as we make visits to the camp of Dreams FC to see the brilliant stuff being put up there. My name is Kelvin Owusu-Ansah. Stay tuned, there is more on today's show. Exciting stuff this weekend. But you know the league started from 2022 October with a few games played. Ashanti Gold and Inter Allies had to put a stoppage on the league because of the court issue. The league was truncated then, but the World Cup also took it away for about 2 months before it was continued after the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Let's take a quick look at the first round, a roundup of everything summed up, as well as some of the notable transfers for you.
Away by Victor Edu, Daniel Lye whistles, and the Phobians are victors.
17 rounds done. The Ghana Premier League has finally reached its midpoint. It has not been without drama. From the injunction placed on the competition early on to the World Cup break, the league has stopped and started a few times. However, it has provided the needed excitement to make it a competitive competition. 308 goals have been scored in 153 games thus far, meaning the strikers have been unsung. Ghana Premier League commentator Nana Daakwa Jesse believes that this season has been an improvement as compared to the last one.
I think it's been an improved league from last seasons, especially from what I've witnessed as commentator from the match centers where I've covered games. The level of players has gone up. Players are now performing really well. I'm not saying last season players didn't perform, but if you look at how the general performance of players across the various teams have been this season, I think it's been good. Some teams have come into the Premier League and are not really fitting the bill, but others who came in last season are now showing that they came last season to announce their presence, but they're in for real business. Like the game we witnessed between Accra Lions and BBN Gold Stars. A top-class game on any day, recording 4 goals in thrilling fashion. Coaches are now being more tactical. Coaches are now speaking, football language in post-match interviews. And I think it can only get better. Officiating, I can say, has been the best, but I think it's not been bad as well. We've had instances, pockets of cases where referees have gotten it wrong, some have been suspended, but I think generally it's been a positive first half.
The spectacle each year have been winners of the competition, but there have also been pleasant surprises. Arguably, the biggest one is BBN Gold Stars, a team currently third on the league log, just 5 points behind league leaders Adriana Stars. Head coach of the side, Michael Osei, did not take all the credit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because we really had a very good preseason this season. So I'm not surprised the boys are doing so well. So I'm happy for the playing body. I'm happy for the technical team. I will not take the credit alone because everybody is doing his part. And then I've been amazing first round. So we need not to be complacent, and then we need to work extra hard, continue working extra, both physical, tactically, on everything. So it has been a very good first round. So we need to back up. We need to work extra, and then make sure we continue from the first round to the second round.
Accra Lions have also performed admirably. They finished 12th in their first season and are now 5th at the midway point. Ibrahim Tanko explains that experience from last season has helped this team greatly.
I mean, the boys did very well. We have a very young team, as you know, and this is the second year in the Premier League. Yeah, after 17 games, 28 points, I think it's not bad for a young team like us. And I mean, we learned from the last season, and we had a couple of experienced players among us, and definitely the boys also are determined to, their second year to make an impact, and I think they did very well also.
There's still a long way to go. 17 more rounds to be played. There are also new stories to tell before the 2022-23 campaign ends.
it's one of the good transfer deals we've had, because the newly promoted side, in fact, I'm much more impressed with how the newly promoted sides made their signings. If you talk about Kotoko Royals, who went in for Andy Kumi, a forward with a lot of experience, and Paul Abanga, I think it's one of the good signings for them. Temali City also signed Jesse Satome and Samu is a forward, and then Matthew Agama, former Ashanti Gold player, Ali Mohammed as a centre back. So they also did some good signings, and I'm impressed. And clearly, if you ask me about the best signings so far, I would say Mohamed Al-Hassan, who is a free agent to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, is one good signing. And we talk about Hans Kofi, who also joined Indiana FC. Obviously is going to replace Bright AJ. Then how to focus signing Linda is one of the good signings so far in the second transfer window.
Another exciting stuff there. You looked at the roundup of the first round. A lot of notable incidents happened, as well as the transfers in there. But you cannot do away with the statistics recorded from match week 1 up to match week 17. My colleague Bill Ishon rounds it all up in the stats corner for you.
Hello and welcome to the GPL Stats Corner, where we provide the important stats for the 2022-23 Ghana Premier League season. My name is Bill Ishon. Now we've reached the midway point of this season. 17 rounds have gone by, and in those 17 rounds, 153 matches have been played so far, with home teams performing greatly, of winning over 80 matches at home, whilst away teams have just under 40 wins away from home. And we have crossed the 300 goal mark so far this season. Now that's it for the first half of the league season. What about the second half? Let's look ahead to the second half with the 5 key stats ahead of round 18. First of all, only 5 Ghana Premier League teams have scored 20 goals or more so far this season. And speaking of goals, Asante Kotoko and Bechem United have a goal difference of +9. That is the highest goal difference by any team in the Ghana Premier League this season. But looking at the negative side, Kotoko Royals have a goal difference of -19. That is the worst goal difference by any team in the league this season. Now, I did earlier speak about the home form of the Ghana Premier League this season. And Nswatreman have the biggest home form, the best home form so far, earning 22 points. Whilst Asofok have 14 points away from home. That is the highest when it comes to away wins and away points so far this season. And that's it for the GPL Stats Corner. Once again, my name is Bill Ishon, and we hope for an exciting round of matches in round 18.
So that was the GPL Stats Corner for you. Today we come to you with GPLXpress from the Accra Sports Stadium, where Accra Lions are playing against Bibiani Gold Stars in the final game of the 2022-2023 Ghana Premier League Round 1. Let's take a quick break. On our return, there's a lot more for you as we roll into Dreams FC to see what details they are with the side. Welcome back from the break. You're watching GPLXpress live here on TV3. My name is Kelvin Oswansa. Today, we are coming to you from the Accra Sports Stadium, where Dreams FC would be given at bits and loads and pieces of what they have been doing. Their head coach, S. Abdul Karim Zito, one of the notable men who has been producing some of the best quality players we have seen on the local scene. This was translated into winning the Under 20 championship back in 2020-2021 for the Ghana Black Satellites. Well, we sat with him and he gave us a lot that has been happening with Dreams FC, and especially him being the technical head of the team.
This place, this is where I want to come to.
At the start of the season, Dreams was being handled by Ignatius.
Yeah.
And now you are handling the team once again. I mean, how has it been like coaching the team in the past few weeks?
Well, it wasn't easy because it's always difficult when you are not the very person who starts with the preseason. So when along the line, when you are called to come and then take, unless you use the experience you had to be able to manage them, because already in case maybe after observation their physical ability is down, how are you going to go about it during the season? That is where the experience counts. So it wasn't easy, and then the cycling of the boys, now that I'm even lucky, I'm with them all the time, it's like, yes, they know my ability and capability as coach. So I went into their cycling, and then I brought the attitude back to perfection. So they listened, and then they answered my call, and we were going smoothly.
And of course, you have a lot of experience, and whilst managing teams, you are also managing the under 17.
Yeah.
How difficult has it been combining with jobs?
Well, people outside may see it so difficult a task. Yes, it may divide your attention. But to be honest with you, I've never taken dreams like I want to be the head coach. If I want to be, it can be. But with the concept of Dreams FC, the junior team is also very, very important. Very, very important to all of us. So it's like you building a house, the foundations will be very strong. And that is what I'm doing with Stay Believe. Now, combining the two, I take it in this way, that I'm in a club that trains twice in a day. So it's like I go to the morning to the Stay Believe, like today, I will Stay Believe, and then tomorrow in the afternoon I come to. So this is how I take it. So seriously, the only thing that helps me is I rest enough. The moment I leave here and go home, I don't even drive my car again. I sleep enough. So I still get the energy. And then where the passion is, I don't think you feel tiredness. It is when there's no passion you start searching. But seriously, Dreams belongs to me. I'm part of Dreams, and I'll continue to be part of Dreams till the end of my life.
Well, yeah, you mentioned that you get enough rest after
Training.
coaching both
Yeah.
sides. I mean, what in your experience has been the difference between coaching the national team side and then coaching the
Well, when you are coaching a club side, you are limited with certain area of people, certain supporters. But the moment they give you the mantle to handle the national team, it means you are handling the whole Ghana. And that is where difference of opinions comes in, perceptions, and then allegations here and there. They don't even want you to wear a nice shirt. The moment a coach wears a nice shirt, and they start assuming. And they've forgotten that some of us did not start coaching today. I played for over 10 years with Kotoko. And I did not only play for 10 years. I was part of the team. Without me, or with my inclusion, is better than without my inclusion. That is one. When I finished the game, I went outside to play, 2. Then I came back and became a coach, and I went outside to play again, 3. So now, all my children, I have my children, majority of them are in Europe. So you shouldn't be surprised to see me and I don't rely on them. I rely on myself. I know what I'm doing. So that is the most difficult part of it. People don't understand us because they say this, they say that, they say this. Then they will allege you do this. Sometimes it's very painful. I remember when I went to, I think it was in Niger or something. My wife called me. She was weeping because she watched Start Time and somebody was insulting me, just like that. You understand me? I mentioned Start Time. She showed me and I saw but it is part of, then I told her to be quiet. It's part of the game. They are the same people, if I do it well, they will also do what? They will ask me. They will also praise me. But one thing I don't like about the way Ghanaian journalism is, sports journalism is going is, you don't even call us to ask her the whys and the whens. The moment you hear something, whether it's true or not, then it goes to the air. It pains us sometimes. It pains us. And if it pains me, you might not know. I will also pray and say, Allah Isa. Seriously, because I have not done it. And you are spoiling my name because it takes me a lot of years to build that name Zito. You take only 1 minute because you have the power. You don't like somebody, then all of us. There's a journalist in Ghana. He called to tell me he has his brother's child in the team. Then, unfortunately, I could not take that person. Up to today, he always insults me. Yes, I know it, but I just kept quiet. So that is the difficult part of the national team. And so if you don't have heart, you don't have guts, you don't have determination, you can never work with the national team. Even your coaches lambast you. The media will lambast you. But we still keep on changing lives. And that is what I like best.
You talk about changing lives. I mean, what's your greatest achievement so far?
A lot. I can even tell you the last World Cup we went, I have about 5 players who have passed through me. So that alone makes me feel happy with the knowledge God that has given to me. Because the money and the knowledge that God gives us, He will ask us, what did you do with the knowledge? What do you do with your money? Did you do it to help somebody? Did you teach somebody to become somebody? I can easily tell you yes. For more than 10 years, anytime Black Star line up, there's a player I've coached. When you look at the back of the World Cup, just I have Banier, I have the lad, Salisu, Fatau, and Babaraman. So look at me here. I'm very, very happy. Even today, Banier called to talk to me. Today, Banier called me. I was driving and I saw his call. You understand me? So that makes me happy that at the end of the day, whatever it is or it was, I've been able to change lives. And I thank God for that.
Looking at this club, this season, they've somewhat struggled. I mean, what do you think is the problem and how are you trying to fix it?
Yes, I wasn't too close with the team when they were busy doing the pre-season. And I was there with the national team issue, blah, blah, blah. Till we saw that the telepathy and so many things were not going right. We started well, we went outside, we won. We came house, we won. But from that time onward, then things went out of hand. That was what, and then until I came and then talked to them. You see, I talked to, a coach is a father, he's a parent. So it's not only about the practical aspect of it, but where the theoretical matters is where the psychology comes in, where you dive into their mind and see exactly what was wrong with them. And I saw it was the attitude, the way I talk to them, you know, that is where the experience counts. Like me, I've passed through so many coaches in Ghana before I had myself. But of late, they'll go to do their exams, they pass, they get assist A, and the who. You know, coaching is more practical than theory. That's the difference.
But for one young lad who has risen from the ranks to become the leader of the team is Abdul Jalilu. He's on the spot today.
Well, this has been my 3rd season captain the team, and frankly speaking, it's been a very good experience for me. You know, being a leader is not easy. Sometimes some will like you, some will not like you, but you, the leader, must be in between. You don't need to go one side and leave the other side. So the little I have is I sometimes encourage my fellow brothers, those I'm leading, that it's not easy to be a leader. So sometimes I may say something which is wrong. They should please forgive and let's work as a team and as a brothers. So it's not easy. I can say anytime is best moment for me. because as a footballer, there are sometimes you'll get it right, sometimes you'll not get it right. Like this season like it, we started well, but as we get into the middle, things were getting hard for us. But as you can see, we are coming back small. So for me, so far, let me say, Accra House of Folk.
Accra House of Folk.
Yes.
Which player in Accra House of Folk has given you the most problem?
Individually, I didn't have problem, but as a collective, as a team, we had a problem because we scored them 2. They were down by 2 goals, and has been a red card shown to us. So we lost our concentration, our shape, and everything. At the end of the day, they equalized the 2 goals. So I was mad that day, but it's football. There is nothing I can do. Wow, nice question. You know, I love blue centre backs, especially Thiago Silva. I love him when he's playing. When I see Thiago Silva is playing, I don't want to leave. I don't even want to stand up from the television. I love him when he's playing. So my role model right now is Thiago Silva, frankly speaking. We are working together, and for the team, I pray that by the end of the season, I'll make sure that the first 4 Dreams FC will be part of it. So that if I'm not around, they will say, oh, when Abdul Jalil was around, he also took us to the top 4. It's a big achievement for me. And me, myself, as a player, I want by the season, more movement, contract, at least. You know, it's not easy here. So definitely, my praise is something better will come my way after the season. Karim Zito is my father. He started coaching me since Steve Lee. So he's a good coach and he's a good father too. He always told us it's not only football that he's teaching us, but he's telling us things that a father will tell you when you are home. So I won't say much about Karim Zito rather than saying Abdul Karim Zito is a good father at the same time he's a good coach.
Right.
So that was the captain of the team, Abdul Jalilu, on the spot today for Dreams FC. Now let's take a look at the results recorded from match week 17. A goalless draw in the Bono Derby between Bechem United and Ediana FC. Also, Kumasi Asante Kotoko suffered a 2-0 loss at the hands of Dreams FC. Hearts of Folk with a resounding 3-1 victory after not winning any of their last 4 games. It was a good result for them. 3-1. Ken Faisal managed a victory as well as Mediama stealing a point from Tamale. Now let's take a look at the table, and Ediana FC still managing to keep their position on top. Asante Kotoko, Bibiani Gold Stars, as well as Accra Lions and Hearts of Folk in the top 5. At the base of the table, Kotoku Royal still struggling. So those were the leaderboards in the Ghana Premier League as at match week 17 going into match week 18, the start of the second round of the 2022-2023 Betpower Ghana Premier League. As Asante Kotoko make a trip to Nswatre to play against Nswatre Man. The leaders on the log, Ediana FC, play against Accra Hearts of Folk. Some other brilliant fixtures coming up this week. All right, so GPLXpress from the Accra Sports Stadium, the final game for match week 17. And Accra Lions had to settle for a 2-2 draw against Bibiani Gold Stars. It was the quest for second place finish, but it couldn't happen. So the fans were not too happy with the result, and we'll have a few of them to interact with. Well, it's a draw. You guys couldn't win. What would you have to say?
Oh, it's a game, so next time we'll work on our performance well so that we win.
Are you impressed with your first round results?
Oh, first round wasn't bad, but at least we will try our best in next round.
Well, it's been a very good campaign for you. You are in the top 5. What would you say of the first round?
Yeah, it's a really honor for being in the top 5. We really appreciate it. But what I want to tell my guys to appreciate, they should keep on. They should keep on working hard so that we can take the league. That's what I have for them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So the fans in there, and that is the chief drama here. Chief, it's been a very tough game, but it ended 2-2. You are still in the top 5 this season. What would you say about this team for the first round of the league?
So first half, I must say, you have a ball, but second half, you have a ball. Team, you know, I mean, second half,
first round there, boy. My more first 5 anymore. It was a team second half now. You become no. Then I all catch players and any coaches no.
Oh, coaches today, well, yeah, no man, but you just say second half no more no. Omo changes speed, but I want to goes to the buy. I want to goes to the buy. But second way no, yeah.
Well, so that is it here. But well, there's a big man in here. Well, he was watching the game, and Accra Lions fan. You couldn't get all the 3 points. What would you have to say?
Yeah, we couldn't get it, but we play well. And I think that the referee too was biased. The way he handled the game was not good. But we play ball, and them too, they try their best. But I think our next match, we are going to win the match. And we take our 3 points.
All right, so that is it there. Here at the Accra Sports Stadium, it had to be Accra Lions getting a 2-2 draw against BBN Gold Stars. Very exciting game here at the Accra Sports Stadium, and it ends round 1 of the 2022-2023 BetPower Ghana Premier League. My name is Kelvin Ouswansa. Stay tuned to TV3 next week as we begin round 2 with match week 18. We'll be bringing you loads of action from that point. Thanks to the entire production team. We'll be back next week, same time. Enjoy your evening.